What's up, guys? I've got some more information about how Resident Evil is going to play, so if you are interested in learning about some of the new mechanics and things that have been confirmed, you'll enjoy this video. I also want to say that we have a Discord server. I link that in the description of every single video, and if you want to come talk to the community, because we have a really good community now, you can join the Discord server freely and come talk to everyone. That would be awesome. Also, if you do like the content and you have been watching for a while, if you already have not, please leave a like and a subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. But anyway, for now, let's just get right into the video as always. Okay, so the first thing is that the game's progression has been confirmed. There's going to be a chapter system. The chapter that we got to see recently with all the reviews and the gameplay was of chapter 3, and this segment is where you will wake up with the bakers at the dinner table. During this chapter as well, you get to see a newspaper article written by Alyssa Ashcroft about the Baker Plantation. Now, Alyssa Ashcroft was actually a playable character from Resident Evil Outbreak, and she was a reporter. So not only have we got a continuation of the lore here and an interesting shout out to a character from the previous games, but we also get a document signed by Clive O'Brien, who's from the first Resident Evil Revelations game. If you guys remember, he was actually the director of the BSAA, so having a signed document from him is quite interesting, and this actually throws in the question of what kind of returning characters may come if they are going to appear. I would say this safely cements anybody in the BSAA, especially since in the CDEC images we actually saw a BSAA soldier. Apparently there's going to be a vehicle in the game that you use to travel to different locations, so that is actually confirmed. I'm not sure if it's going to be some sort of fast travel system or whether you're going to actually drive there. However, you can go back to this vehicle and you can even use it as a shop to unlock perks and items similar to the bird cages. I assume this is because it will more than likely be in a fixed location and you'll be able to always go back there, and the bird cages you'll have to find within the environment to unlock them, and the bird cages will probably be the better option if you know where they're at. They'll probably be closer, but the vehicle will always be in a fixed location, so you can always go to it and upgrade. But that's actually really awesome, and it kind of confirms that vehicles are going to be in the game in a much bigger way. And like I said before, it does seem like Marguerite's section is going to be full of many insect swarms, and I've got a few screenshots of that, and that's kind of making my skin crawl. I think that's going to be a little bit terrifying on the VR, having all those bugs in your face and coming up against all those spiders. Now, an interesting thing is you can apparently sharpen some weapons to give them increased piercing power. I would assume this is if you need the extra edge against something like a boss or a larger enemy type, and I also assume you will not only be able to find these sharpening tools around the environment, but you'll probably be able to craft them as well using some rare scarce resources. There's also multiple types of grenades like in previous games. The ones that are confirmed here are normal grenades, poison cloud grenades, and incendiary grenades. And apparently you can also develop photos that show the locations of hidden treasures around the environment. Lockpicks have been confirmed not only to just open doors for shortcuts, but also drawers and lockers with supplies in them for crafting and herbs and other things, like I also theorized. Every single time you complete an objective, the telephone does seem to ring for a bit of more dialogue from the mysterious caller. The mysterious caller seems to be giving us hints as we progress to actually get closer and closer to some sort of agenda. I don't necessarily think this is just helping you escape, because they wouldn't be so ambiguous. They definitely have an ulterior motive at heart. You have a map in the game that your character updates details about as you progress through it, and that's actually kind of similar to Silent Hill apparently, and I'm kind of glad they went with that route. Apparently several documents in the game talk about corruption of a local church and a hospital investigating into weird mold around the city of Dulvey, Louisiana, and its medicinal properties. It also seems there's a note about a crashed boat which was stranded after a storm, and this definitely seems like we're going to this location in the game, and if you guys remember about my leak, I heavily hinted at this. You can also find broken weapons that can be repaired. Now, I'm not sure if this means there's going to be a durability system in the game. We might just find some really awesome awesome legendary weapons like a chainsaw, for example, which we then have to repair, and once you've repaired it, it has infinite durability. Or weapons might degrade and the durability is lost and we have to repair them over time, and maybe we find some that have completely degraded around the environment that we can also repair. It's up to you how you want to interpret that, but until we have further details, we just can't say for sure. And every little detail in the entire game shown so far, trailers and tapes and everything, is all from Chapter 3. They haven't shown anything outside of Chapter 3, apparently. And even with all of the details we have seen, we haven't seen all of Chapter 3, and there's more to be shown, so this game is looking like the pacing is incredibly fast and really action-packed. I am actually looking forward to this so much. It's going to be one of the most terrifying experiences I've ever had, to be able to play all of this on VR with all of these different themes, all of the throwbacks to the old Resident Evil, ships with storms and ghost girls and all sorts of weird crap. I am just looking forward to this. I also have quite a few theories based on all this new information lately, so I really want to start making some videos on those because I am dying to let you guys know what I think. I'll be uploading some videos on that soon, and I also really want to start streaming. I'm just trying to get everything organized. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always, and I hope you're looking forward to Resident Evil 7. But anyway guys, I've got to get off for now. I want to get into other things, so I hope you're all having a beautiful day, and as always, take it easy and peace.